Could you imagine leaving behind your home and your possessions? Leaving behind your friends and your neighbors and even part of your family? And knowing that the life that you've come to know is going to be burned up with fire and brimstone. And God's not going to just tell you not to go back, but He's going to tell you not to even look back. That's the story of Lot and his wife and their 2 daughters. And in Luke chapter 17 and verse 32, Jesus says 3 words, remember Lot's wife. What's the point? Well, she looked back. She looked back at Sodom and Gomorrah, 2 cities that were crawling and infested with sin and worldliness and immorality. And she became a pillar of salt. She died. The point is, she longed for a way back into the life that God was leading her out of. And so in the greater context, Jesus was warning his disciples that when they see the Roman armies come and surround Jerusalem, that they needed to get out of there. They needed to flee to the mountains. God was going to destroy Jerusalem because of their sin, because of their continual rejection of God and the rejection of His Son now. But think about it. To those Christians, Jerusalem was everything. They grew up there. They grew up going and worshiping in that temple. That was their connection to God. But when Jesus says to flee, you better flee. Better get out of there. Remember Lot's wife and what happened to her. It reminds me of a passage in Luke chapter 9 and verse 62 where He says, anyone who puts their hands to the plow and looks back is not fitting for the kingdom of God. When you're a farmer and you're wanting to plow straight rows in your field and you look back, you're gonna get off track. You're gonna go all over the place. There are some people who believe that Jesus came to suffer in this life so that those who belong to Him wouldn't have to suffer. The Christian life is meant to be an easy life. But that can be further from the truth. We're following after a suffering servant. What do you think we're going to get? And so we come to sign up for the narrow way, the more difficult way. And so it would be easy for us to become Christians and look back at our life before we became Christians and think, wow, that's much easier. I had so much more fun. I was so much more carefree. Or to look at others who are still in that life and think, wow, they've got it made. But Christ came to lead us out of the life of sin and bondage, to free us from God's wrath into a new life. A life that is full of joy and peace and spiritual blessings here in this life. A life that has hope of future blessings, eternal blessings, being with the Lord forever. Why would we even want to look back?